creators, it's time for another quick make, and this time a spectacle case, and it's made from scrappy triangles, so cut-ups from making binding. So all those little triangles, saved them and made little squares. So made these half square triangles in a combination of the colours that you've seen, the yellow, the teal, the red, and that kind of field green, meadow green, whatever you might want to call it. These are the leftovers because this is the spectacle case. And it was actually really quick to make. I made it while I wasn't feeling so great. Simply lined it in like a yellow felt, give it a little bit of padding, give it a little bit of protection for your glasses. For me, it's a sunglasses case. So come and watch the steps. Watch me make these triangles, turn the scraps into something useful. going to try something different. Instead of batting and backing and lining and quilting, I'm going to try making the inside from this felt. So I'm going to make 2 pockets, a felt pocket, sewing 2 edges, so these 2 edges as well, both inside out, and then I'll slide the felt inside the outer, and then I'll just do a double rolled hem, so that would become the opening, would be rolled in like that, and that should make it pretty easy to be able to slip glasses in and out. This is the first project in a while where I'm not really happy with the outcome, and I'm not quite sure why. I loved using the scraps, loved making the triangles, loved choosing the pattern placement, but I was sick at the time, so I mistakenly did an 1/8 of an inch seam when it should have been a 1/4 of an inch seam, which threw off the sizing a little bit. I expected it to be quite a little bit shorter. So although I don't mind this turnover, it loses the pattern. There's a lot of red, and you don't really see the pattern because of the way it is kind of 1.5 squares wide. You don't really see the pattern. It probably does make a great little piece to occupy your sewing machine if you're in that way, which is definitely the place I was at. Didn't have the capacity necessarily to take on a large or challenging project, so it was great for how I was feeling at the time, but I don't know, it just isn't lighting me up the way a sewing project, once it's completed, normally would. So I'm just not sure. Sometimes things don't work out. That's not discouragement. I will ponder this a little bit more to kind of see if I want to change it. Probably don't. It does the job for sure. If I was to start this project from scratch, I probably would make a square just completely the size of the case so you can kind of see it, and maybe just focus on having kind of the 2 sides, so what the front and what the back looks like, rather than what it looks like as a whole piece of fabric. So overall, a successful sew, but maybe not a successful outcome, if that's a thing. So there are still more scraps to use, and I have some of the triangles, well, half square triangles now left as well. So definitely another scrappy project in this for me. So if you want to see that, be sure to stick around, subscribe, like this video, because craft doesn't always work out how you expected it to, and that is totally okay.